We've all been part of conversations around Veterans Day or historically military-based dates such as December 7th, or like today on Memorial Day. In those conversations, we speak of how we want to honor and remember our nation's veterans and those who have fallen in service of our country. We talk about sacrifice and bravery. If we look in the history books, we see accounts of incredible bravery that still resonate deep within us generations later. We're awestruck by the tremendous courage shown by our brave soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardmen. And throughout history, they have continued to honor us. There is no question our veterans have developed and nurtured our military's reputation as the finest fighting force in the world, both in strength and in character. But this isn't Veterans Day. This is Memorial Day, the day we remember those who died while serving our great nation. I'd like to share a brief bit of history that I think ties today in and goes with our day of remembrance. Nearly 2,500 years ago, Pericles, a Greek statesman and general of Athens, said of those who died in battle, "Not only are they commemorated by columns and inscriptions, but there dwells also an unwritten memorial of them, graven not on stone, but in the hearts of men." These very words were the inspiration so many years later for Lincoln's Gettysburg Address when he spoke of the fallen and our need to remember them. On March 4th, 1865, President Lincoln gave his second inaugural address. It was near the end of the Civil War and the nation was looking for direction on how to emotionally recover. In his final paragraph, Lincoln said, "With malice towards none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have bore the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations." I know this resonates with me, as I'm joined here today by my brother's widow, and we live on with their two children, always in our thoughts. There is a universal truth about our fallen. It was known in antiquity and it is known today. Our fallen must be honored, and they must be remembered. For many Americans, Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer. It's a time for barbecues and beaches. And for many veterans, this can be one of the ways we remember our fallen, as we toast their memories and tell their stories. I know from personal experience that organizations like the Strength and Honor Motorcycle Club, who brought both my brother home and Sergeant Strong home from Dover, for them and for many of the organizations as I look around today, every day is Memorial Day. Every day is a day of remembering the fallen. I'd like to share a poem with you all. It was written by my father, but it was written with influence from my brother's David's spirit. I think it speaks of how our family and friends of fallen service members see and interact with loved ones they've lost. As you'd heard before, my brother, Staff Sergeant David Stewart, was killed in action in Afghanistan, June 20th of last year. The poem is titled, "From a Marine to His Grieving Dad." Hey Dad, it's me. Don't worry, I'm fine. And this isn't your mind playing tricks. My spirit's alive, and that's what you're hearing. You have no mental issue to fix. You said before that you sensed me near, and this message is just to say, you're right, and I'm here, and my spirit is real, and I'm looking down every day. I wanted to tell you how that day in June appears as I look at it now. The task was clear, and we had all the gear that our route clearance mission allowed. Our team moved with care near the town of Shawal, where bombs had often been found. We all knew the risks, and this was our job, so we searched every inch of the ground. I'd done this for years, through boredom and fears, but today luck was with me no more. The bastard who killed us knew what he was doing and waited for truck number 4. I want you to know I never felt pain, nor either did my young Marine brothers. We left in an instant for those pearly gates, as the corpsman worked hard on the others. My soul flew away, but I still saw my guys, and I looked upon them with love. In spite of the carnage, they still tried to save us, not knowing we'd flown far above. I looked down and cried when you got the call and collapsed right down to your knees. Well, I didn't suffer, your torment was clear, but your pain will eventually ease. So now is the time for me to convey a message sent straight to your heart. I'm floating right here, a whisper away, a spirit that never will part. You might want to know, remember the times when we'd sing about heaven's scenes? Well, it's all true, and I'm proud to say I'm serving with many Marines. These streets are to be guarded, and St. Peter knows it's a job I know how to do. So off I must go to man this great post. But remember, I watch over you. As a close today, I would like to ask that when you all walk away from this beautiful sight today, on a day we could not ask for better weather, when the weekend is over and all the flags come down off the streetlights, that you continue to honor our fallen as you have today, with warmth in your heart and pride in your soul. Thank you very much.